Stretch Lab, what it is, what they do. Stretch Lab is a wellness franchise with over 300 studios across North America, Australia, Japan, and beyond from there. There's three main items that Stretch Lab conducts as a part of their business. That's going to include personalized sessions, proven techniques, and well-trained flexologists as far as what they're claiming. The personalized sessions are going to range from 25 minutes to 50 minutes long. That consist of specific stretches for imbalances or pain, all of which is based on their MAPS assessment, which is mobility, activation, posture, and symmetry. But it's just an AI assistant that completes that MAPS assessment for them versus an actual physical therapist, which could continue to do the same thing, just more personable in a nutshell.
Really for anyone.
We try to help you recover faster and change a little bit of your habits to make your everyday lifestyle more manageable.
So here I like to start off with a little bit of mobility.
How important is like preventative stretching?
Oh, well, it's huge. It's huge. Because when you're mobile like this, it obviously makes your workout, it prevents injury whenever you do your workouts or anything strenuous.
They know how to put your body into the right position. They know how to get the right tension on that muscle without causing pain and without causing injury.
We use a technique called PNF where, you use pressure, you're pushing and you're holding. So it's not just a quick stretch.
Stretching's all we do. We're dedicated to stretching. Our folks are highly trained and our members are really getting the benefit of that.
Okay, so in the first video, they talked a little bit about how they use a scanning system to differentiate whether you need to stretch and treat for the flexologist, but there's no facts that this is based off of. There's no research that we could find that this is based off of. It's called the MAPS system, and so it was completely made up by Stretch Lab, so there's nothing really you can find on it except for they invented it to make the people coming in for treatment feel like they're getting a little bit more out of it, even though it has no facts that we can find that confirm whether this even works or not. So that was the first thing. Second thing was one of the workers stated that they use PNF stretching. So, and throughout the videos, they did not use this type of stretching at all. They just kind of moved the joints wherever. They didn't really have much training, obviously, that was provided to flexologists, so this kind of confirms a lack of education for the people that work there, which is really concerning for the participants. So maybe something that we looked a little bit more into and that we'll talk a little bit more about later in the video.
We start off with this cool scanning thingy which basically shows me I need to stretch more. Lucky for me, Jaden was here to help me. Ever since my knee and shoulder surgery, my body has been so tight and I didn't realize how much I needed this until I went in. They take you through some guided stretches and honestly, even though it looks pretty intense, it's super relaxing and sometimes I even get a little sleepy. Adding this to my health and recovery journey has been so amazing and it's gonna help me get back to doing the things I love even quicker. Oh, and here's a flattering angle of me while Jaden works on my neck. They also got some cool toys like this heated massage gun and some Normatec compression gear that you'll see in a sec. I never promote things that I don't love and I genuinely loved it.
In the second video, you can see the dangers of hyperextension if the stretchologist or the flexologist is performing on the patient, such as stretches that affect the glenohumeral joint, among other items. The stretch where his arms are pulled back and she's pushing on his back, or she's stretching his arm and pulling him the other direction, which could cause a lot of impingement and a lot of other dangerous problems that can lead to further injuries instead of recovering from his health that he wants to recover.
So the next thing that we're going to go over now is what ChatGPT talked about as far as the differences between a physical therapist and a flexologist, just in their scope and practice. So the main thing that ChatGPT talked about is how both Stretch Lab and a physical therapist can improve flexibility, mobility, and pain. However, these two were claimed by ChatGPT, physical therapists. Their patients were typically from ChatGPT, those who are post-injury, surgery, recovering, and those with chronic conditions. Those kind of people are recommended to see a physical therapist versus a flexologist, according to ChatGPT. I would agree with this one, but whenever you're talking about chronic tightness, that could also see a physical therapist as well, rather than a flexologist. The last thing with that is that StretchLab's members can be, a lot of their aspects of their imbalances can be missed due to a lack of evaluation and the inability to accurately prescribe stretches in comparison to how a licensed physical therapist can, because they're going to look at the whole body and everything prior to, without the aid of an AI software such as the MAPS.
See this stretch right here? It doesn't look right, so you probably shouldn't do it. You know, you have impingements in the shoulder and hyperextension, not good stuff. So we're going to show you what to do instead. Okay, so this is a little bit better of something to do if you're wanting to stretch your shoulder joint. She has a little clamshell position going on right here. She stabilized her scapula on the ground, and she'll push down, obviously a little bit more than that, but she'll push down her hand to be able to get that same stretch. And it's a lot easier. Oh, hey there. So why should you go to a PT and not a flexologist at StretchLabs? Well, PTs go to school to educate themselves on how to do rehabilitation in a proper way that's science-based and actually works. Also, they have more access to equipment that can benefit their patient, unlike a flexologist.
Also, whenever you see a physical therapist instead, they're going to look at the patient from a holistic perspective, taking into account their lifestyle, their diet, nutrition, their support system, all of which are going to pertain to them getting back to their full range of motion, functionality, and just back to being themselves.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.